In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can create a simple drawing of a lion. What you'll need for this video is a piece of paper, your ruler, and a pencil. Let's get started. Right, the first thing that we're going to do is draw a 17 centimeter line down the middle of the page. If you want to, you could fold the page in half so that you get the perfect middle. So I've drawn this line that's 17 centimeters. At 7 centimeters, I'm just going to make a little mark. So from the top of my line, I have 7 centimeters, I've made a mark, and then there's 10 centimeters, which takes me to 17. Okay, so our mark is on the top half of the line. And going across the page, we're going to draw a line that is 16 centimeters. And what I'm going to do is divide this line in half. So there should be 8 centimeters on this side of the line and 8 centimeters on the other side of the line. Right, now these two lines are going to help us draw our kite shape. So what I'm going to do is just join the points of the lines together to create the kite shape. The lines that you're drawing now should be really light. We don't want them to be visible at the end of the picture. They're just here to help us get the proportions of the lion correct. Right, so you can start pressing slightly darker now. I'm going to just use a felt tip pen so that you can see what I'm drawing really easily. What I'm going to start by doing is the bottom of the lion's mouth, and it's here at the bottom of the kite. So if you just draw a line across here, that's going to be the bottom of his chin, and we need to round it up a little. Okay, and above his mouth is going to be, well, this is the bottom of his mouth, and we'll do the top of his mouth and his nose. So using this center line that we've just drawn, as we get to where we've ended the bottom of his mouth, we're going to curve out, and you're going to go all the way to the kite. So it's going to curve out and go all the way to the edge of the kite, and then it can curve back up and come in, and it should end round about where you started it. So I started my line up here, the line should end at about the same height. This one should be the same height. So to make sure I make them the same height, I'm just going to make an imaginary line across and just make a dot so I know where I'm heading. And as you draw this line, remember to try and make it curved. It's almost like a big U shape. Okay, now we're going to draw our lion's nose, and this is kind of a flattened triangle, and the pointy part of it starts in the center of the face, and it's going to come out, and then it's rounded at the top. So don't just draw a triangle, although it's a triangular shape, it's got rounded edges. Right, to draw our eyes, we're going to use the nose that we've drawn, and the eyes are going to be as far apart as the nose is wide. So from the end of the nose, if you take an imaginary line up and make a mark, you know that's where your eyes should start, and they should curve around, and when they get to this horizontal line, they should straighten out. Okay, and I'm going to do it on the other side too. Do your best to make these two eyes the same size. So right now we've just kind of drawn a curved L shape. And then we're going to add the pupils in, or the eyes. Again, I'm lining it up so that they are kind of the same size. So try your best to make the two eyes the same size. Right, once we've drawn our eyes, we can draw on our ears. Now our ears are going to be just above our eyes. So from our eyes, we're just going to take a line straight up to the edge of the kite, and the ear is just a C shape. I want to make it quite a large C shape, and it should come back to the edge of the cut just above where the eye finishes. So we're using each part of the face that we've drawn to help us draw the next part of the face. Now, because I've drawn one ear, we want to try and make him symmetrical, or the same on both sides. So I'm just going to draw an imaginary line across here and mark it off. And one there, mark it off. Okay, so above our eye, it goes here. I'm even going to check how high I've made the ear. So doing things like this, just making little markers will help you make it, oh, that's too far out, symmetrical. So kind of look at your picture and say, have I drawn these two ears and the two eyes the same size, and they're roughly the same shape, and they're in the same place of the head. Okay, once we've added in the ears, we can draw the top of the lion's head. So it kind of curves out in an M shape from the center. So if you think of one half of the M is on this side, and then one half of the M is on this side, but it's a really flattened out M, so it only just comes in the middle here. We're going to do the bottom half of the lion's face now. So from the bottom of the ear, you're going to come down in a bit of a curve until you get to the edge of your cut, and then you're going to curve in to the top of its mouth. Go in from the other side. So drop it down almost to the edge of your kite shape, and then you can curve it in. Try and make sure that you come in at the same spot that you came in on the other side. Take a moment to look and see that you've made both of these curves as similar as possible. So they should look the same. It's a bit trickier for me because I'm using a pen, but if you've used your pencil, it's easy to just rub it out and correct it. Okay, once we've added this in, we're going to now add the lion's mane. So male lions have nice big manes. The older they are, the bigger their manes get. And we're just going to draw it out almost in these wave or triangle shapes. When you let it come down the front, use the bottom of the kite as your guide. Try to make each of these curves or wave shapes slightly different. Okay, and then some of their mane will even go in front of their ears, so you can draw a few lines there to show that his mane is also in front of his ears. So when they've got a really big mane, you can barely see their two little ears sticking out. Right, once you've drawn it, you can add in some details, perhaps some whiskers. You can shade in his nose and his eyes. When you shade in the eyes, leave a curved triangle white, and that will just make his eyes look glassy. So you'll shade in the rest of the eye. Okay, and then you'll shade in his nose too. Once you are happy with how your lines turned out, you can use your eraser to just rub out this cut and the two lines down the face. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if this is your first time watching a Get Started video, why not subscribe? We upload new videos every week. If you have any questions about drawing a lion, please leave them in the comment section below.